All right, so welcome back. I don't know why it took y'all so long. I've been here waiting. I've been getting bored. But anyway, welcome back. So in this video, we're gonna keep talking about items in the modify panel. This time we're gonna talk about rotate, mirror, and scale. So without further ado, let's say that I want to rotate something. So imagine you're like on a skateboard and you want to do a 360, right? So in order to rotate something, first you need to know what do you want to rotate and what is the kind of pivot point of what do you want to rotate it, around. So I'm going to click on the rotate. And then let's say this is my skateboard here. This is kind of a weird long skateboard, but work with me here. So I want to rotate. What do I want to rotate? I'm going to select these objects here, press enter. And let's say the base point is, this back kick tail fin thingy, whatever you call it. So let's say I want to rotate it around this back side here. And then let me turn off my grid snap thingy. So now I can rotate it around that point that I've selected. So you can either give it a rotation angle. Let's say I want to rotate it, 30 degrees, which totally went negative 30. So I can rotate, select objects. You can select this midpoint here. You can, if I want to just kind of drag this around, let's say I want to go negative 90. So AutoCAD takes items, positive angles counterclockwise. So just kind of keep that in mind. If I want to rotate this around 180, like I'm going to do a skateboard trick, 180. So type in 180 and it rotates it around the other way, say like so. So that's pretty much all it is. You just select what do you want to rotate. You pick kind of like the base point of what you want to rotate it around. And then you type in a rotation angle. So there's that one. That's rotate. So mirror is a time saver. So let's say if you have something that you're drawing and it's symmetrical, so there's like a center line and it's kind of the same on both sides, save yourself some time. Draw half of it and then you can use the mirror command to kind of flip, the other half. So let's say I want to mirror this kind of angly piece here. So I'm gonna click on the mirror, and then always you want to select, okay, what do you want to mirror? I'm going to mirror this kind of angly piece here. Press enter. And then it says, what is the mirror line? So this is kind of like the line of axis of symmetry, or what do you want to mirror it around? So I could, let's say the first point of my mirror line, let's say it's going to be this corner here. And the second corner might be the bottom one here. And then notice it says, do you want to erase the source objects? Yes or no. So if you say yes, then it's going to erase the original. And it's going to give you the mirrored kind of copy of it. If you say no, it's going to keep them both. So usually I'm going to say no, but it's whatever you're trying to do. So I'm going to say no, I don't want to erase the source object. And then it kind of mirrors that one side to whatever axis that you choose. So let's say I want to do this again. So let's say I want to mirror both of these. Press enter, but this time I want to mirror it kind of straight up here. So I could click my ortho mode and just kind of drag a line either straight up, straight down, and then it's going to mirror it about that axis line that I have created here. And do you want to erase source objects? Nah. So that it kind of creates a mirrored kind of copy of it. So that's another kind of tool that I probably use a lot. Let's get really cool. So let's do it again. Let's go with mirror. I'm going to select all of these this time. Press enter. Let's say I want to mirror it about this corner to this corner. Do I want to erase source object? Nope. So then we've kind of created this kind of a gobbledygoo of a configuration. So that's kind of neat. All right, so that's the mirror. So the scale is if you want to take something and make it bigger or smaller. And a lot of times what I've seen is when students are drawing their floor plan, they think they're drawing it, and then all of a sudden, really well, and then they go to insert like a water closet or a door or something, and it's like, man, this water closet is like way too big. What did I do? Well, usually I found out is that students draw their entire floor plan in inches when it should be like in feet. So instead of starting over again, you can just scale it up by 12 because there's 12 inches in a foot. So that's kind of one instances where the scale comes in handy. So let's just say that I want to scale this whole gobbledygoo up. So I'm gonna click on the scale. And again, just like everything else, we need to select, okay, what do we want to scale? So I'm going to select all of these items, press enter. Now, what is the base point around what I want to scale this thing? So let's just say I want this corner here to be, or intersection to be my base point. So I'm going to click it, and then it says, what is the scale factor? So if you want to double the size, then you would type in a scale factor of 2, press enter. And then it scales it up, twice as big. You can also like scale something down, right? So I can do the same thing, scale, select the objects, press enter, select a base point. If you want to scale it in half, right, you would just type in 0.5, and then it scales it half size. So that way you can scale something up or down. Probably use that a lot as well. Not a whole lot, but just a little tad bit, a whole lot. So it comes in handy. All right, so there's the rotate, the mirror, the scale. And we'll kind of go through the trim, fillet, and the array. There's actually more items in those because you notice they have little arrows next to them. So they have different options that you can use. So that one's going to take a little bit more time, but you know what? We're going to get through it. So that's more items in the modify panel, and we'll kind of get to some more in the next video. All right, make sure you come back. Peace.